Courtesy, professionalism, respect, fuck out of here. So the New York Post says that justice has been served in the Sean Bell case because the police officers that were acquitted are going to be dealt with by their police superiors. Give me a fucking break. You mean to tell me that they're gonna actually handle their own? I mean, what? They're gonna get a slap on the wrist? Where they're gonna have to do paperwork instead of being out in the streets? Are they no longer gonna be able to serve and protect our community? Were they ever really serving and protecting our community? Because that's what I'm really trying to wonder about these cops these days. You know, I saw somebody get mugged the other day, went to go tell the cops. You know what they looked at me and said? I mean, what do you want us to do? Are you kidding me? I don't understand how we got this far off course. When you have a judge that's saying, oh, well, you know, I'm tired of the media spectacle around this case, it's not a media spectacle, it's a political spectacle. The fact that these guys could get off after Abiodune Diallo, after Mr. Rodney King, etc., 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 is unbelievable, and it makes me angry, and it makes me wonder, what the fuck are we gonna do? Are we ever gonna live in a place of justice? Are we ever gonna live in a place where people can actually be free? I don't know. This is an angry poet moment. Think about it. Diva Speak TV. This week's Superwoman of the Week is Mrs. Nicole Paultre-Bell, the fiance and now wife of Mr. Sean Bell, the young man who was murdered by policemen in New York City on November 25th, 2006. Now, unless you live in a box, you may have heard that the policemen who were accused of the crime were acquitted by a judge last week. Unbelievable. Nicole is our Superwoman of the Week because as a single mother and as someone who's had to shoulder the burden of this ridiculous situation, she has been strong, she has been graceful, and she has actually been amazingly together. Death is a very difficult thing to deal with alone, let alone having to deal with it in the public eye, with a media circus, and as a political issue, not just a personal issue. But she has done her best to try to educate folks and keep aware the fact that police brutality and racism does very well exist in this nation, and her husband was a victim of it. And if that ain't some super shit, I don't know what is. Keep on the good fight, Nicole. You are Superwoman of the Week. Diva Speak TV, blogspot.com. Big up time. Ooh, the big up time. Who can I forget let down? Big up, let down. The big up today goes to yes, the big up goes to the DivaWorks Inc. movement. Big up. We just debuted the Windows of Harlem video off the Life Experience EP. Go out and get it. And it has been like a crazy, overwhelming response. I mean, it's actually kind of blowing my mind. While we're taping this right now, the count is up to 16,000 and more. And it's only been up for a couple days, so by the time this airs, there's no telling where it's going to be at. But I will tell you what I do know. All of this is due to you guys, the support that you've given this video, the support you've given the album, and the support you've given this movement, and the support that you continue to give. Let me read some of the comments. Now, since this is all YouTube comments, I don't know how these people's voices sound, so I'm just going to make them up for my own personal enjoyment, and for yours, of course, as well. Very Stop said, "This is the classiest hip-hop video I have ever seen." Live 360, how you doing, said, "Amanda Diva, you're bringing class back to hip-hop." Brown Skin Folk says, "Inspiration breathing life back into hip-hop." And this is one of my personal favorites. Ashley Nicole W says, "Although I'm not a fan of hip-hop, your music has changed my views a bit." We're changing views, y'all. We're changing views. And we're picking up views as well. So I just want to give everybody out there a big up. So a big up to you. Everybody, if you're watching this right now, do like me and Lyndon and big up yourself. Big up, big up. I'm hard on Nas because I love him.
How do I say goodbye?
Because as an MC, he's always been my favorite. I give him tough love. Always with the hope that he'll come around and he'll get it. You know, not that he's hearing anything I'm saying, but you know what I mean. We love our rappers, don't we? Our letdown for the week goes to Nasir Jones for his new record, Be a Nigger Too. Well, I really thought, okay, Nas naming his album Nigger, alright. Nas goes on CNN on the red carpet of the Grammys talking about nigger, sounding ridiculous. Alright, ridiculous. Nas has a new single out for nigger. This is where he gonna prove me wrong. He been sounding crazy, but when he gets on that record, he gonna make it all come clear,
Turn
right?
radios up. You are now allowed to listen to the radio. The real niggas are back.
No.
Bitch, I'm a nigga, he's a nigga, she's a nigga, we some niggas. Wouldn't you like to be a nigga too? To all my kike niggas, spick niggas, guinea niggas, chink niggas, that's right, y'all my niggas too.
I kind of feel like he's giving us this delivery that's like real serious, and it's like he's trying to tell us something. But it's really kind of like he's giving us Chuck D delivery, but with like Flavor Flav mentality. Now I'm not calling him a coon. I'm just saying that if you're gonna do this kind of record, it's gotta be clear. I've gotten a couple different explanations of what this song is about. None of them have really been sufficient to me because I'm not even sure if Nas knows what this song is about. I feel like the hook is one kind of song and then the verses are another kind of song. So what is Nas really talking about? Here's where your comments come in. Folks, let me know what you think Nas is talking about on this record because I gotta tell you, I'm not really completely sure. And if you're not sure, you can leave that comment too. I just feel like you gotta be careful what you put out there because especially when you have a mic in your hand, whatever you're doing is much bigger than just a record on wax. And we've got Nas who did Hip Hop Is Dead in response to his feeling like folks was putting out garbage, and then here he comes with something that is supposed to be this huge representation of legitimacy and power, and it's falling short. It really doesn't sound like anything better than what the other folks that he was getting at are putting out. It just sounds like a big, controversial mash of BS. And until I hear something that really makes sense to me, I can't support it.
I'm a nigga, he's a nigga, she's a nigga, we some niggas. Wouldn't you like to be a nigga too? They like to strangle niggas, blaming niggas, shooting niggas.
Not one police officer has ever been convicted of the killing of a black male or female. Never, never, never. The closest we got is Volpe, a police officer in Brooklyn, is sitting in prison because he rammed a plunger of Abidune's butt, and it was so horrendous, even the horrendous couldn't handle that. So, you know, he just went way out of bounds. They had no choice but to do something, so he got 30 years. But people who shot Abiodune Diallo,
nothing.
No conviction for Anthony Byers, which was very close because they were very close to a verdict of guilty, but they came away with a not guilty verdict. Eleanor Bumpers, an 80-year-old woman whose hand was shot off and then she was killed brutally in her apartment. No conviction. Arthur Miller tried to save his brother on the streets of Brooklyn. He was choked to death by a policeman. No conviction. There has been no conviction. It's like a pattern in America. If you're a cop, doesn't matter if you're a white or black cop, you're a cop, you bleed blue, you come from a different strand than everybody else, and you have a license to kill.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
All right, baby.
Well, y'all, we are out of here. It's another episode of Diva Speak TV. Make sure you go out and support my boys, The Roots. Their album is in stores, Rising Down. Also, my homegirl, Estelle, her album, Shine, is in stores, so make sure you go out and support that. If you want to get your mom something ill for Mother's Day, make sure you get her a one-of-a-kind Amanda Diva hand-painted DivaWorks bag. For more information, just hit up my MySpace. You know what it is, myspace.com/Amanda Diva. We out of here. We're going to enjoy the jazz, and make sure you keep on enjoying the good music and tell a friend about Diva Speak TV.blogspot.com. This is why I love Harlem, y'all. Take a look at what's going on.